There is a spark inside you, a flame of truth that refuses to be buried under polite smiles or hollow words. In this video, you'll discover the 7 unacceptable behaviors that Carl Jung warned us never to tolerate. And you'll learn the deep psychology behind each one. You should pay close attention to every phrase here, because your inner freedom depends on it. Stay with me, and let your heart open. If you're ready to cast out every silent poison from your life, then lean in now. Imagine your mind as a grand house with many rooms. There is the persona, the mask you show to the world so you can earn praise and approval. There is the ego, the voice inside you saying, I am this or I am that. There is the shadow, the hidden chamber filled with fears, hurts, desires, and wounds you refuse to face. Beyond that lies the collective unconscious, an unseen hall of shared symbols and archetypes that connect every human being. At the very center stands the self, the true core of your being, radiant and whole. Carl Jung spent his life exploring these rooms, mapping out the depths of the human soul. He saw how toxic behaviors creep in like termites, gnawing away at your foundations, until one day you look in the mirror and see a stranger. Watch till the end to find out not just how to spot these poisons, but how to seal every door against them. But what comes next will change everything. Watch till the end. It begins with a quiet war, covert emotional manipulation, the first poison. You hear words that seem kind. I only say this for your own good. If you loved me, you'd do it my way. I'm just looking out for you. Those phrases slide in softly, like honey, but they mask a trap. Every time you hand over a decision for your benefit, you surrender a piece of your self-trust. Jung taught that manipulation works by chiseling away at the ego's faith in itself. When you no longer trust your instincts, someone else steps in to guide every thought, every choice, until you begin to doubt your right to decide anything for yourself. True care lifts you up. Manipulation disguises itself as protection while stealing your power. Imagine a partner who helps you with your work, your friendships, your feelings, always steering you toward their view. You nod, you obey, and you feel more lost than ever. That confusion is their victory. To break free, name the manipulation. Say, I appreciate your concern, but I will choose for myself. Set that boundary and guard it fiercely. Your mind belongs to you alone. The next poison hides beneath laughter, mockery disguised as humor. At first, it feels harmless, just a joke, right? But when that joke lands on your deepest insecurities, it hits you harder than any blow. Someone quips about your passion, your past, your hopes, and the room goes silent for a beat before the laughter begins. You join in because you don't want to be the awkward one, but every forced chuckle is a wound to your spirit. Jung warned that the unconscious does not separate play from reality. It records every insult as truth. When you internalize those jokes, you start to believe you deserve the ridicule. You learn to shrink, to dim your gifts, to silence your voice. Think of the time a colleague teased your idea in a meeting. The group chuckled, and you walked away ashamed. That moment planted a seed of doubt that grew into a fence around your creativity. To resist, practice stating your worth out loud. When humor becomes cruelty, say, that hurts me. Watch how the mocker hesitates, how the laughter falters. You teach them where your line is drawn. Stay with me, because the third poison is far more insidious. Gaslighting. This is the slow erasure of your reality. That never happened, they insist. You're imagining things. At first you question them, then you question yourself. Memories tangle, events blur. You replay conversations, wondering where truth ends and lies begin. Jung called this internal betrayal, the moment you become your own worst enemy because someone else has rewritten your story. Gaslighters don't need fierce arguments. They use tiny doubts and repeated denials until you cannot trust your mind. Imagine waking each day and asking yourself, can I trust what I see, what I feel? That is psychic torture. The gaslighter holds the key to your mind, and you beg for release you cannot find. To fight back, keep a record of facts. Write down dates, save messages, gather witnesses. When they deny your truth, you hold the proof. You are not crazy. You are under attack. Shine a light on each lie and the darkness will flee. The fourth poison is systematic emotional invalidation. This is the tunnel where your pain goes to die. You share your hurt. I feel left out. It really hurt me when you did that. And they shrug. You're too sensitive. It's not a big deal. In that moment, your feelings disappear as if they never existed. Jung taught that repressed emotions do not vanish. They rot, fermenting into anxiety, rage, depression, or numbness. When you swallow tears, you swallow a piece of your essence. Over time, you become a ghost in your own life, drifting through days without a sense of belonging. If you have ever left a conversation crushed by "you're overreacting," you know this cruelty. To break free, demand validation. Seek friends or mentors who mirror your reality, who say, I hear you, I see your pain. Practice affirmations like, my feelings are valid, until your inner voice echoes them back. Your heart deserves to be heard. We have reached the midpoint, and now it's time for action. If you're ready to reclaim your power, do this now. Like this video, subscribe for more fearless truths, and comment below one moment you refuse to swallow another lie. Your voice is the first strike against every silent poison. Watch till the end to find out the last 3 behaviors that threaten your soul, and the key to lasting freedom. The 5th poison is silent contempt, a betrayal without a word. No insults, no tears, just the cold shoulder. You sit where they once smiled, and now they look at you as though you don't exist. Hours of silence, deliberate exclusion, that heavy absence echoing in every room. Jung said contempt is the final weapon of the weak. Those who cannot face you directly punish you by erasing you instead. Each second of that silence drills into your heart, making you question your value. What did I do wrong? Why don't they care? It turns the need for connection into a chain around your throat. You crave their acknowledgement, any sign that you matter. But that craving is the trap. To escape, you must reclaim your gaze. Look back, speak up. Say, I notice your silence. What's happening? Demand a response. If there is none, know their contempt lies in their weakness. Your worth stands firm, whether they see it or not. Next comes the glorification of self-sacrifice, a poison wrapped in virtue. From childhood, you were told, always put others first. True love means giving everything. You learn to hide your needs under the banner of nobility. But every time you vanish yourself to hold someone else up, you chip away at your center. Jung taught that the self is the axis of the psyche. Everything that pulls you away from that axis splits you in two. When you give and give until you have nothing left, you become hollow. You might wear the martyr's crown, but inside you bleed anger and resentment. That resentment poisons every bond you hold dear. To survive, you must learn the sacred word, no. Offer help when it aligns with your well-being. Protect your rest, your dreams, your time. Self-care is not selfish. It is the ground upon which genuine love grows. Remember, kindness does not demand self-erasure, but what comes next will change everything. Watch till the end. The final behavior is the acceptance of contempt as the price of belonging. After enduring manipulation, mockery, gaslighting, invalidation, silent contempt and self-sacrifice, you reach the abyss. You swallow every slight, every insult, because you fear loneliness more than abuse. At least they invited me, you whisper. Better this than being alone. But this acceptance of contempt is psychic death. The moment you stop fighting, stop dreaming, stop feeling. You resign yourself to crumbs, you become a shell of your true self. Jung warned that this trap is the darkest road, to believe you deserve only contempt. When you accept crumbs, you surrender yourself. You fade into the shadows of your own life, but you deserve more. You deserve joy, respect, real connection built on mutual care. Draw the line now. Refuse crumbs, refuse silence, refuse sacrifice masquerading as love. Seek relationships that uplift you. Belonging should lift your spirit, not bury it. 7 poisons, 7 blows to your soul. The hidden war of covert manipulation, the sting of mockery disguised as humor, the erasure of gaslighting, the death march of emotional invalidation, the freezing void of silent contempt, the emptiness of glorified self-sacrifice, and the abyss of accepting contempt for belonging. Each one chips away at your identity until you stand as a faint echo. Now that you see these truths, you face a choice. You can slip back into old patterns, swallowing betrayals until you vanish. Or you can rise, naming the poisons you've allowed, setting firm boundaries, speaking your truth, and rebuilding your life on your own terms. The path of awakening is not easy. You will lose comfort, lose relationships built on your compliance, lose illusions that kept you safe. But above all, you will gain yourself. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the refusal to let fear decide for you. If you're ready to stand unbreakable in your worth, then declare, "I will tolerate no more poison in my life." Feel that vow blaze in your chest. Let it guide you out of darkness and into your true power. What you tolerate buries you. Comment below with your vow of freedom. Subscribe now, support this channel, and share this message with someone who needs to hear it. Join our tribe of warriors who refuse to settle for crumbs. Thank you for standing with me today. Remember, you no longer need anyone's permission to live fully free.